Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I am Diego, and we're here to talk about Sex and the City. It's time to get your daily dose. That's right. We're going to talk about Sex and the City. My name is Diego. Welcome to my channel. I have watched every single episode of Sex and the City, all 94 episodes. I watched both movies, and I watched that piece of shit show, and just like crap. I do not recommend it, but I did review the show. If you want to watch it, it's on this channel. Okay, now I am a lifelong fan of Sex and the City. I know, weird, right? I'm a straight guy, and I've watched every episode of Sex and the City. Well, the reason I did that, okay, was because when the show first came out, some 20-something years ago, I was a much younger man. I was living in Chicago, living in a big city. I was working in the entertainment industry, restaurants, hotels, nightclubs, theater, you name it. I was in the middle of it, okay? So I was doing a lot of dating. I wasn't a parent back then. I was doing a lot of dating. I was living the single life, hanging out with my single friends, and I worked with a lot of beautiful women, and all the beautiful women I worked with pretty much watched this show, and they would always talk about it, especially after a new episode aired. The next day, all the girls at work would talk about it. It's like some of the gay guys would talk about it too, okay? But none of the straight guys talked about it because none of the straight guys were watching the show. Now, we were watching The Sopranos. We love The Sopranos and other shows too, okay? But none of my straight guy friends were watching Sex and the City. But all the girls that I knew were talking about it, so I needed to find out what the fuck is it about this show. It's so fucking great. It just looks like some fucking rom-com shit, all right? Well, it is a rom-com shit, but it was actually pretty entertaining. I found it very enlightening, seeing dating through a woman's point of view, These were all women which were in their mid-30s back then, which was unheard of, for a chick flick. You don't do a chick flick with, women in their fucking mid to late 30s or 40s even, but they were doing it. Now, of course, all the chick flicks do that. But back then, it was kind of a new thing, all right? So you got these women that are in their mid-30s and 40s. Yeah, 40s, yeah. And they're all single. They all have no kids. They've all not been married. At least they weren't at the time. And they're all dating a bunch of different guys. It's the same fucking formula. Every episode was the same fucking shit. I picked up on that real quick. So did everybody else, okay? It's basically girl meets a guy. Girl likes the guy. Girl fucks the guy. 5 minutes before the episode's over, girl dumps the guy, okay? Next episode, rinse and repeat. That's all they fucking did. These men were easily disposable, all right? Now, I didn't mind that part of it. What I did mind was the way these straight guys were being portrayed on the show. They were not acting like real straight guys. They were not acting like guys that I knew. I did not know guys that acted this way, okay? And I've been a straight guy my whole fucking life. Hung out with lots of straight guys, and nobody I knew acted the way the guys on the show were acting. So that was a bullshit for me. I was like, oh, this is some bullshit. And I would be the one in the conversation pointing that out. Like, no guy would ever do this. This is stupid. This makes no fucking sense, okay? Well, that's because the show was written by gay guys, lesbians and feminists, okay? So who's the butt of every fucking joke? The straight guy is, okay? We were not being represented on the show, okay? These were cartoon characters. These were not real straight guys on the show. These were guys that were acting like total fucking idiots because that's the writers wrote them that way, okay? So that's the part I didn't agree with. I was like, no, a straight guy would not have done that. He would not have done it. Or if he did do that, he would have done it this way, not that way. Okay, the way they're showing it on the show. So a lot of these girls out there, especially the young girls, the teenage girls are watching the show, 15, 16 years old. They're watching Sex and the City, and they've watched every episode. Now they think they have a fucking PhD in fucking sex. Now they think they understand how straight guys are going to act. Bull fucking shit. This show does not show you how straight guys really act. Now, every once in a while, they get it right. Every once in a while, they do get it right, and when they do get it right, I will call it out on this show. Okay, but I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view. No fucking filter. If you're easily offended, if you're easily triggered, get the fuck out. All right? Okay, because I'm not here to spare your feelings. I'm here to tell you the truth. And the guys that are watching this right now, do not watch this with your girlfriend. All right? Do not watch this with your wife. Okay? Because I'm gonna spill the truth. I'm gonna tell the honest to God fucking truth. Okay, to your girlfriend or your wife right now, because you didn't watch the show, okay? But I'm going to tell them the truth about what we really think about what's going on this show, okay? The honest to God truth, all right? That's what I do here. Okay, so let's begin. All right, now there's a lot going on in this episode, so I'm going to go as fast as I can. I might have to do a two-part episode. I hope not, but I'm going to try to get as much as I can. There's a lot of shit going on in this episode, all right? So let's begin. Let's dive right in. This is season 4. Season 4, episode 5 of Sex and the City, okay? It's called Ghost Town. Okay, Ghost Town. And this episode aired like probably a month before September 11th happened, okay? So this was a long time ago. The world was a different place, So a lot of the stuff that we take for granted now, like all you kids out there that were born after that, you did not know the world that we were living in back then. It was totally different from what we got right now, okay? But that's when this episode aired, and I'm mentioning it because it takes place in New York, all right? So eventually we're going to get to the episode that deals with the consequences of that, all right? So to start off with, okay, Miranda's at Starbucks or some sort of coffee shop, and she runs into Steve, her ex-boyfriend Steve. Yeah, Steve Brady's there, right? He bumps into her, And she's kind of freaked out to see him, you know, because that's the boyfriend she dumped because he wasn't ambitious enough, because he acted like a kid, because he wanted her to have a kid. So she fucking dumped his ass just because she's a fucking bitch. Yeah, he's a little immature, but you know what? Steve is one of the most likable guys, if not the most likable guy on the show, man. He's a much better man than I am. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, Steve fucking does not hold grudges. He's not bitter. You know, like he can get angry and he can get hurt, you know, but he'll get over it. He'll get over it pretty fast. And he'll go back to be this charming, happy, fun-loving self, you know, which a lot of guys can't do. I tell you what, if a guy had given that much attention to Miranda and been living with her and done all that stuff, and then she just dumped him out of the fucking blue, you know, he probably wouldn't have gotten over it as quick as he did. Now, it's been over almost a year since they broke up, okay? But he's happy. He has no hard feelings towards her. He's fucking out. I know she ran into him again last season after they broke up, so you know, it's not like he's a total stranger now. But, you know, he's got no hard feelings towards her. He's happy to see her, you know. He invites her to his fucking opening. Guess what? He bought a bar. He bought his own bar. All that shit that fucking not being ambitious enough that Miranda was complaining about, well, now he's doing something about it, okay? He's actually opening up his own bar. He's having his grand opening. He's calling the bar Scout, which is the name of the fucking dog that he bought with Miranda, okay? And he's inviting her to go to it, okay? Of course, she's playing it off like, yeah, sure, I'll go. But she's really not going to go. She does not want to fucking see him happy and successful. And then his girlfriend, yeah, Jessica, the girl that we saw last season that he was sitting with when Aiden was there with his girlfriend, yeah, she's there. She's that pretty blonde girl. She looks like a model, okay? She looks like a legit model. Not an actress, a model. Like really skinny, but really pretty, okay? So she looked to me like a model. I knew dozens of girls that looked like her, okay, when I lived in Chicago as well. There were a lot of models in Chicago too, okay? A lot of the girls I worked with, you know, had contracts with Ford, you know? So, you know, I've seen girls just like her before. She's not an actress, she's a model, but she's really pretty. And she comes out there, you know, and she says hi to Miranda. Oh, you remember my girlfriend, Jessica? Miranda, of course, is fucking, you know, she's trying to play it off like she's not jealous, but she really is jealous. I don't think she's jealous as far as, you know, like I don't think she's jealous that Steve has somebody. I think she's jealous that Steve is doing something with his life, which he was not doing, in her opinion, when he was with her, okay? So now she's like angry too. She talks to Carrie about it, you know, and she's like, oh God, and now he opened up his own bar. You know, I'm the one that gave him the idea for the bar. Why wasn't he this ambitious when we were together? I might not have dumped him, blah, 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 you know, that kind of bullshit. Hey, let me tell you something, all right? The reason he was not ambitious when you were with him, Miranda, is because you're a fucking bitch. Because you never encouraged him. Half the time you didn't even tell him what was wrong. You just threw it on him and he got blindsided by your fucking anger. Okay? He had no idea that you thought that he was immature. He had no idea that you wanted him to do a hell of a lot more than what he was doing. Okay? You never mentioned it to him. You just expected him to automatically be what you wanted him to be. You never talked to him about it. You know, you berated him. You belittled him. You pointed out his flaws. You got angry with him. You got passive aggressive with him. Okay? But you never ever told him what you wanted from him. You never did that until you broke up. Then you told him. Then you told him you're immature and this ain't gonna work, you know, but you didn't tell him he was immature before. You see what I mean? You blindsided him with all this fucking shit, okay? You complained that he wasn't fucking being ambitious, that he didn't want to own his own bar. He was happy being a bartender, okay? But you never encouraged him to do anything. You never mentioned, hey, why don't I help you get a fucking savings account together? Why don't I help you, you know, purchase some fucking stocks or something? Why don't I help you invest your money? Why don't I help you get a loan so you can start your own bar? Why don't I help you do this? That's just kind of shit that a girlfriend or a wife does with her fucking husband. You didn't do any of that fucking shit. But yet you yelled at him and complained to him because he wasn't doing it on his own. Okay? You had nothing to do with this. Nothing. Okay? He was with a girl that probably gave him the idea too and probably motivated him, encouraged him, not berated him, encouraged him to pursue his dreams. Okay? That's how you do it. Okay? You don't expect him to be all these fucking things all at once. Okay? No one is like that. Most guys are not like that. Okay? Damn. All right. So that's what she's really pissed off about. So she's talking to Carrie about it, you know. She doesn't want to go. She's not going to go. Like I said, so that's going on. So Carrie's like, you know what? Steve wants to be your friend. You know, he's got no hard feelings. You should go, blah, blah, blah. you know? And of course, Miranda's like, well, Carrie, you're my friend, so that means you have to go with me. All right, so I guess Carrie agrees to go. Well, later on at the restaurant, she's having lunch. All the girls are sitting together at the same restaurant like they do every fucking episode. And she shows up with her invitation to the bar, to Steve's bar. It's called Scout. And she says, I'm not going. And they're like, what? Why are you not going? Well, apparently, Steve's partner, his silent partner in the bar, is Aiden. Yes, it's Aiden. It's Carrie's ex-boyfriend, Aiden, played by John Corbett, all right? Now, we all know last season, okay, that Aiden was the perfect boyfriend. He did everything right. He took his time with her. He didn't force himself on her. He did plenty of things for her. He bought her gifts. He fucking resanded her whole fucking apartment for free. You know, he took her out to eat all the fucking time. He gave her gifts. You know, he fucking got her bubble baths with candles and shit. I mean, my God, this guy was just he was so fucking sweet. I got a fucking cavity just fucking watching him work, all right? Perfect boyfriend. So you know what happens when you got a perfect boyfriend? You fuck him over. Okay, that's what happens when you're the perfect boyfriend. That's what happens when you do everything that your fucking mom told you to do with women. Okay, how you open the door for them, you tell them you love them, you give them cards, you buy them flowers, you pay for the date, you make the first move, you know, you respect her feelings during sex, you know, all that fucking shit that your fucking single mom told you to do. Okay, those guys that believe in that shit, they get fucked over. Okay, they get cheated on left and fucking right. And of course, that's what happens to him too. She completely fucks him over, and she doesn't do it once, she does it over a long period of time. I mean, she's fucking big behind his back over and over and over again, different locations. They're going to cheap motels so that nobody will recognize them in that area, even though they still get caught by Charlotte. Okay, so her and Big, and Big was married. Big was fucking married, okay? And she was still fucking him, okay? So she had no respect for his wife, no respect for her boyfriend, lied to him all the fucking time, and yet he's doing all these nice, wonderful things for her, okay? And she doesn't give a shit about, okay? She just wants to fuck Big, okay? So she totally fucked him over. Totally fucked him over. And she's aware of that, so now she's like, I can't go see him. I still feel bad about what I did. Because she came clean. After she ended her affair with Big, she confessed to Aiden right before Charlotte's wedding that she had been cheating on him, and he fucking dumped her right on the spot. You know, and I don't blame him. I'm pissed off that he got all emotional in front of her. He should not have done that. A normal guy would not have done that. He would have kept his feelings to himself. But, you know, Aiden's going to do what Aiden's going to do, okay, because he's a nice guy. So, of course, he's going to cry and fucking in front of Carrie. You know, oh, you do that to me. I just can't, Carrie. I can't. Bye, Carrie. You know, get the fuck out of here, you know? But, yeah, so that's what happened. Aiden's a great guy, okay? So, of course, he's going to get shit on, okay? He's going to get shit on, okay? And Carrie does shit on him, all right? And she's aware of it. She's aware of what happened, you know, and she feels bad. She's feeling guilty now about how she treated him, you know? So now she doesn't want to face him again because she knows how it ended. She knows how she fucked him over, all right? Hey, this is a good perspective here, you know? This is a good fucking perspective, you know? Because you don't really see too much of this. Usually, when it comes to chick flicks and shit, it's the guy that cheats on the girl, okay? And so, like, you know, and he's trying to win her back over because of what he did. Now it's the other way around, and you never see it. You definitely don't see that today, okay? But back then, you never really saw that. So this is a good storyline. You're like, oh, that's one of the things I liked about the show. They went in directions that your typical rom-com did not go, okay? So I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, so the main character is a cheating bitch. Let's see how that goes, you know? Let's see how that works out, you know? I want to see that, you know? And I thought that was kind of cool. All right. So Carrie's like, you know, doesn't want to go because, you know, Aiden's going to be there. Steve's going to be there. She says it's a parade of their failed relationships. He's like, who's the bar back? My high school boyfriend? You know, that kind of thing, you know. Miranda's like, Aiden invited you. That means he forgives you, you know. And Samantha's like, you know, I'll go with you, Miranda. But I'm not bringing my girlfriend, you know, Maria, because, you know, Samantha's in a lesbian relationship with Maria. Remember her? Sonia Braga, yeah. She's in a relationship with her. She's like, I need a break from the ball and chain. So now the joke in this episode is Samantha's acting like your typical frustrated boyfriend, okay, or frustrated husband, the one who's fucking sick and tired of his wife nagging him and always fucking, you know, being a pain in the ass to him. Now Samantha's acting that out in this episode. She's the fucking frustrated husband whose wife is always nagging at him, who just wants to get away from his fucking wife, you know. Now Samantha's acting that way, okay? I guess that's the joke here, you know. Samantha's like the man in this relationship, all right? So she needs a night away from her ball and chain, which I think is kind of funny. I really enjoyed that. Okay, I like Samantha. You know, she exemplifies a lot of typical masculine traits. She does, but she's like a cartoon character of a man in a woman's body. Okay, so so you know, she's definitely the male character on the show. Okay, as far as that goes, even though she still acts like a woman, you know. But every once in her confidence. These are very male characteristics. Now, women can be confident as well. Okay, but she plays it off like she's a guy. You know, when most guys are not like this, okay? Most guys are not. Only alpha males are like this. So Samantha's the alpha male of this quartet here. Like I've said it over and over again, Samantha's the leader of this group, okay? Carrie's the main character, but Samantha's definitely the fucking leader of this quartet, all right? So she's I don't know. She's like, I don't know how people do it. You know, I don't know how relationships work. I do not know how men do it. How do they do the whole fucking talk about your feelings and shit? You know, she's confounded with this. She doesn't understand they work, which just goes along with my theory that Samantha does not know what a fucking relationship is, much less does she want one. Okay, she doesn't know how to be a partner. She doesn't know how to be a loving, faithful, you know, partner to work as a team with your significant other. She doesn't know how that works. Okay, all she knows how to do is fuck. That's all she cares about, you know. Which is cool when you're young and pretty, but Samantha, you're not getting younger, you're not getting prettier, okay? You're getting older, all right? Okay? Those offers are gonna stop coming around if you don't lock someone down soon. I know I sound like your fucking grandma right now, but it's honestly God truth, okay? Most of the people I know that spend all their life single like this, okay? The ones that did this are not happy by that age. They're not happy that they spent all their time only fucking caring about their own fucking nut and not caring about anybody else, and they end up old and alone, okay? Now, I know Candace Bushel wrote this, okay, but if you look at Candace Bushel right now in 2022, she's living in some fucking mansion out in fucking Martha's Vineyard by herself. Not married, no boyfriend, no kids, no nothing, all right? And she's publicly confirmed that she fucking doesn't get laid anymore. Okay? She can't find guys to fuck her anymore. All right? Because she spent all that youth doing this. And now she got nothing to show. Well, she got a lot of money. She got a lot to show for it, actually. Okay? But she has no relationship to show for it. Okay? Because guys don't want to be with a Samantha. They'll fuck Samantha, but they don't want to be with a Samantha. No guy wants to take a girl. No guy with any self-confidence wants to take a girl like that. Okay? Wants to commit to a woman like that. Okay? It's true. The show's not going to tell you that. Okay, they're going to call you judgmental if you criticize Samantha. I'm not criticizing her. She made her choice. That's fine. I'm just telling you how guys feel about what your choice is. Okay, most guys, any guy with self-esteem is not going to take Samantha seriously. They'll fuck her. They're not going to give two shits about her. Like we saw in that episode where she got sick and nobody wanted to come to her place to help her out. Okay, only her girlfriend showed up. Okay, that's the honest to God fucking truth. No guy's going to put a ring on this. No guy wants to take a girl like this seriously. All right? You don't believe me? Google some fucking porn stars. Look at the ones that used to be porn stars and then they get married. Look at the guys that they're married to, okay? Exactly, all right? That's all she's got in her future, and Samantha's not looking as good as a porn star, okay? There you go. All right. Like I said, straight guy's point of view. Okay, so that's going on here. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know how people do it. So like I said, Samantha's complaining because, you know, her and Maria, all they ever do is sit in the bathtub and talk about their feelings, and she's getting fucking sick of it. She doesn't like talking about her feelings. She doesn't like talking about her romantic aspirations or how she feels about this or any of that kind of shit. She just wants to fuck. She doesn't want to talk about her feelings, and I can relate to that, okay? Although I think most guys, there's a balance between talking about your feelings to your girlfriend and they're also just wanting to fuck. You got to find that balance in there, okay? You can't have too much of one, and you can't have too much of the other. You got to find that balance. And for every relationship is different. That's what I found. Some girls are more emotional than others. Some girls care more about sex than they do about feelings. Some girls care more about feelings than they do about sex. You know, you just don't know. You know, it's different for everybody. But there's got to be some sort of an equilibrium there between you and your partner. Okay? Samantha has no equilibrium. She just wants to fuck. She don't give a shit about her feelings. She don't give a shit about her girlfriend's feelings. Okay? All she wants to do is fuck, and she's not getting that anymore because all her girlfriend wants to do is talk about her feelings because her girlfriend needs to talk about her feelings or else she can't get horny. Yeah. Sound familiar, guys? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, Samantha decides to go on a date with Maria. They go to some poshy nightclub, whatever. And right as soon as they walk in the door, Samantha runs into two guys that she's already fucked, and they're flirting with her in front of Maria. I guess they just think Maria is one of her girlfriends, but she's actually her actual girlfriend. Okay, the bartender flirts. The bartender already knows what she wants and offers her 2 free mojitos on the house, and he winks at her. Okay, and Samantha's like, no. Okay, she meets some guy named Sean, shows up. I guess this is a guy that she's fucked before, and he's propositioning her in front of Maria, and she's like, oh no, I can't. I got plans Saturday night. So he walks away. And you can tell Maria's getting jealous. Like, what the fuck? All these guys are hitting on my girlfriend, and she's not telling any of them that this woman right here, okay, is my actual girlfriend, okay? No, she's not saying that, all right? So Maria's getting jealous and pissed off, okay? And you know what? She should be, okay? If you are a fucking die-hard lesbian, all right, and I don't know because I'm not a lesbian, but if you're a die-hard lesbian and you're dating a girl who's bisexual, all right, come on, all right? Of course she's fucked guys, all right? You gotta be okay with that. I don't think most straight up lesbians, I'm not talking about lipstick, I'm talking about straight up fucking Rachel Maddow, Ellen DeGeneres, ugly as fuck lesbians, all right? I'm talking about them, all right? The ones that got this going on too, okay? I'm talking about them, all right? If you're dating a girl that goes both ways, or has mostly just dated guys, okay, of course she's gonna be attracted to guys. She might be attracted to you too, but she's gonna be attracted to guys as well, and you gotta fucking get over that shit. All right? Damn. What did you fucking expect? It'd be like fucking if you were a woman and you're dating a gay guy or a guy who used to have sex with guys but now he's with you, okay? And he gets turned on looking at guys. What the fuck do you think, okay? What do you fucking think? You're fucking Shirley Jones here from the Partridge Family, marrying a guy that fucks other guys, okay? Because that's what happened to her in real life. Jack Cassidy did that. That's why they divorced. But anyway, the point is that, you know what? You got to know that this is going to happen, okay? That's why you don't fucking jump into a fucking relationship after you've only been on one fucking date, Samantha. Okay. And you don't got to be a straight guy to know this shit, all right? All right. So that's going on here. Like I said, Maria doesn't like it that Samantha's getting hit on. Okay. Samantha, I told you, Sean, all that kind of stuff. Propositions her, okay. So, obviously Samantha's not a good girlfriend. All right. Charlotte runs into Trey's mom at the store. She's shopping for a bed. She's got this idea, this perfect bedroom set that she wants to buy. But Trey's mom, remember her, Bunny McDougal, the old lady, she shows up there and she starts picking out all the stuff that they're going to need for their bedroom, and which kind of pisses off Charlotte because she's like, no, this is my bedroom, not yours. I want to design it the way I think it should be. She doesn't say that, but that's what she's thinking. And then Trey shows up, and he's like, oh, how are my 2 wonderful ladies doing? My mother and my wife, And Bunny decides to get on this bed, and she loves the way it feels. Trey gets on the bed next to her. He's like, oh, I like the way it feels too. And Charlotte gets on there. She does not like the way it feels, but she's afraid to say anything. So she's trying to be like, hey, why don't we go look at some beds over there? Okay, and they're all like, oh, no, this one's perfect, blah, blah, blah. So basically, she doesn't like the idea that fucking Bunny, that her mother-in-law is still making all the decisions for her husband. She does not like that at all right? It's pissing her off, okay? So like I said, Charlotte's not happy. Meanwhile, Miranda thinks that she has ghosts. She hears noises coming from the upstairs apartment. She talks to the landlord that nobody lives up there. So she's hearing something. There's a ghost up there or something, which is kind of weird for Miranda to think that way because if I remember correctly, Miranda's the least superstitious out of all the girls. She doesn't even believe in God. She doesn't believe in the afterlife. She doesn't believe in any of that shit. She's a fucking agnostic. So the idea that there's fucking ghosts upstairs, to me, doesn't ring really true. I think it's a metaphor for something else. I think she's upset about something else that has nothing to do with ghosts, not really, okay? And she's using this whole ghost idea because she doesn't want to deal with some other shit that's going on in her life, okay? I think it's her cover, okay? It's her coping mechanism because she's a fucking basket case. Yes, I don't like Miranda, in case you didn't know. All right? And it's not because she can't be good, because she has the potential to be a great fucking sweetheart. Okay? And she's not. She's just a fucking angry, I hate men fucking bitch. Okay? Complains about men, but yet she takes no responsibility for her own fucking actions. All right. There you got it. That's Miranda in a nutshell. All right? So anyway, so she thinks there's ghosts up there. Okay? Like I said, I think Miranda's putting herself to some stupid reality that she created, okay? Because she can't handle Steve being happy and successful with somebody else. Yeah, I think that's what it is. All right. Okay, so now this gets us to the thesis. When a relationship dies, do we ever give up the ghost? Or are we always haunted by the ghosts of relationships past? Okay, so that's the thesis episode. Maria is jealous that Samantha won't introduce her to the guys that she used to fuck. You know, because that's what they are. She asks her, who are those guys that are here? She goes, oh, I used to fuck him. I used to fuck him. I used to fuck him. You know, so Maria's not happy with it. All right. So to introduce the guy to her, she's mad that Samantha won't introduce her as her girlfriend now. Okay. And she's like, is it because you miss dick? And she asks her, how many men have you been with? You know, so Samantha's in the bathtub with Maria when this conversation is going on, you know, and Samantha's like, well, how many women have you been with? She's like, 12. Well, Samantha's been with a hell of a lot more than that, okay? So Samantha does not want to answer that question. She doesn't want to talk about the relationships, okay? She's kind of like being passive aggressive about it, like, you know, like, do we really need to talk about our relationship and our feelings again? Do we really, you know? Maria's like, you know, I can't just get horny. I'm not like that. I'm not like a man, okay? I can't just get horny off and on like that, okay? I'm not a man. And Samantha's like, you know what? I think I'm clean now. You know, she gets out of the fucking bathtub. She's all pissed off. Like I said, she doesn't want to talk to Maria about her feelings anymore. She don't want to explore the fact that she fucked a lot of guys and that she liked doing it. She don't want to explore that with her girlfriend. But her girlfriend's insecure, needy, you know, needs some emotional validation. And just Samantha's not the character to do that, okay? She doesn't do that shit, all right? She's more of a drill sergeant. All right. Charlotte realizes that Bunny decorated everything in Trey's apartment. There's all these fucking like Fabergé ducks and shit everywhere, you know, and everything's plaid. You know, all the patterns on everything are plaid. So she was like, did your mom design this apartment? And he's like, yeah, she designed every place we've owned, you know? And she's like, well, you know, I'm your wife and this is my place too. And I think I think we should be in charge of designing this place if we're going to live here, okay? And he's like, well, I don't have any taste. Okay, well then I'll design how everything's supposed to look like in here, okay? Not your mom. All right, I need to have a talk. And he's like, no, I'll talk to her. You don't say that. I'll let her know that, you know, it's our place and we're going to design it the way we feel fit. Not you, mother. Okay, so he's a pushover. He's a pussy. Like I've said this before in other reviews about him. He's a fucking pussy mama's boy, okay? The fucker he can't do nothing without his mom. He can't do nothing without Charlotte. He can't do a goddamn thing without some strong fucking independent woman next to him telling him what to do, okay? He has no opinions for himself. He can't make any decisions himself. He's a fucking wuss. He's a fucking pussy. He's not a realistic guy, okay? He is the idea of what a gay guy and a lesbian and a feminist guy, woman thinks that a guy is, okay? That's what Trey is, okay? And that's how he's accurately portrayed by Kyle MacLachlan. All right. So yeah, one thing that was funny that Charlotte says, like, you know, she's like, we live in the museum of ugliness, of natural ugliness. We live in a museum of natural ugliness, you know. This place should reflect my taste, okay? So that's going on here. Carrie goes to the bar, not for the opening. She goes there before they're open. She notices it's not quite ready yet, but she's going there because she's not going to go to the opening. Okay, she wants to go. She bought a plant with a ribbon on it that she wants to give to Steve. Okay, she doesn't actually really want to go, but she wants to give this gift to Steve because she's not going to show up for the opening. Okay, so she goes there in the daytime. It's not set up. She recognizes all the carpentry work in the place, that this is Aiden's work. Aiden like basically did all the furniture. He did all the wood paneling. He did everything. He did everything on this. She recognizes his craftsmanship. Okay, so she says, like, this place even smells like Aiden in here, you know? Everything here looks like Aiden did this work, and he probably did. I'm sure he put a lot of his own hard work into designing this bar, you know. And Steve shows up. He's excited to see Carrie. He asks her if Miranda came. She's like, no, I'm just here to give you this, you know. Blah blah blah. He greets her. Like I said, he's very happy. You know, she tells him that I'm not going to come to the opening. You know, even though Aiden invited me, I'm not coming to the opening. And then Steve tells her, well, actually, Aiden did not invite you to the opening. I invited you to the opening. She's like, why'd you invite me? He goes, well, because, you know, I wanted Miranda to go, and I thought that, you know, if you went with Miranda, she'd be more likely to come if you were with her. You know, so I invited you. Aiden did not invite you. So now fucking she's pissed off. She hears Aiden's voice in the back, and she gets scared. She fucking runs her ass out of there. Okay, she does not want to see Aiden. Okay, she came in there thinking that Aiden wanted to see her again, but he doesn't. So now she's fucking embarrassed and feels like shit about herself, okay? That she assumed that Aiden forgave her and wanted to see her again, and he didn't do that. Not saying he doesn't feel that way, but she doesn't know. She thought she knew, now she realized she didn't know, okay? So Miranda still hears ghosts upstairs. So, of course, she calls Carrie, and Carrie comes over. Now, what does Miranda always fucking do when in doubt? She stuffs her fucking fat ass! And that's what she does. And I knew it. I knew it. As soon as I saw Carrie with the fucking Oreos there, okay, I knew that the very next scene I'm going to see is going to be fucking Miranda eating a fucking Oreo, stuffing her face with Oreo. And guess what? The very next scene, there's Miranda stuffing her face. You know, Carrie, I think we got ghosts in here. Stuffing her fucking fat ass. How did I know that was going to happen? Swear to God, man. I can see it coming now, all right? How did I know she's going to stuff her face and talk while she's fucking eating? Like, we all want to fucking see that shit. All right. So she stuffed her fat ass. Meanwhile, Bunny McDougal interrupts Trey and Charlotte while they're sleeping. He's getting sick. He's sick, okay, so she goes in there, starts rubbing Vicks on him, and this wakes up Charlotte. Trey doesn't wake up, but Charlotte wakes up, like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm putting the Vicks on my son. He's like, well, I already gave him some fucking medicine. He's like, that medicine's not gonna work, you gotta do it this way, you know? So basically, it's a fucking cat fight argument, you know? And she's like, I'll take care of my husband. He's like, well, he's my son. He's been my son longer than he's been your husband, you know? So it's just like this fucking cat fight. They're trying to own her. Who owns Trey? Trey's asleep during all this. He's oblivious to everything that's going on. He's fucking asleep when he's awake, too, if you want to be honest, all right? Charlotte and Trey, you know, Charlotte tells her, hey, listen, Trey and I are back together, okay? This is our house, and we will decorate it as we see fit. Okay, only one lady of the house in here. And Bunny McDougal says, like, I've been here far longer than you have, and unlike you, I never left. Ducks will come and go, but I will be here forever. Whoa. Woman means business, all right. So meanwhile, Samantha and Maria, they try to sleep. They're trying to sleep, okay, but someone's pounding on the door, screaming for Samantha. So Samantha wakes up to go answer the door. It's Sean. It's the guy that she met at the nightclub she took Maria to. He's there, and of course he wants to fuck, okay? And I'm not saying that because that's what I think. I'm saying that because when Samantha opens the door, that's what he says. He tells Samantha, hey, Samantha, let's fuck. Like he didn't say, hi, how you doing? Am I bothering you right now? He just says, hey, Samantha, let's fuck. All right, cut right to the chase. Like that's the way Samantha likes it, all right? It's 3 a.m. Samantha's pissed off, you know, and then also the light turns on, so he realizes that she's not by herself. So he automatically thinks she's got a guy there already. And then Maria comes out. Excuse me. Maria comes out. She shows up and she announces that she is Samantha's girlfriend. Now he's getting like, oh, all right, yeah. Hey, Samantha, you think you can maybe make me a sandwich? You know, he's thinking three-way now, all right? And she's like, no. So she fucking pushes him out the door. You know, he fucking, you know, she slams the door on him. He's still knocking like, hey, Samantha, come on. Let me back in. I'm only in town for a little while. You know, so she finally gets rid of this guy, all right? And now Maria and Samantha are going to have it out, all right? So Samantha says no to three-way. Okay. So Maria's like, you know, why do you let men come over to your door like this in the middle of the night? You know, it's like, well, what do you expect? Okay? What do you expect, Maria? You went on one fucking date with Samantha, and then the next time you saw each other, you became girlfriend and girlfriend. What do you expect, okay? You became her partner before you even fucking knew her. Okay, all you knew about her was that she had a pussy. That's it. You know anything about her past? You don't give two shits about Samantha's feelings or what's important to her? None of that shit. You just saw a fucking woman, you were attracted to her, and boom, let's put a ring on it, let's get together. That's not how fucking at least that's not the way they should work. I know that's how a lot of relationships, you know, start, but they don't really work, do they? I don't think so. So she basically got with a girl that she didn't fucking know. She did not realize that Samantha was a fucking slut. Okay, not a slut for women either, a slut for men. Okay, that's a big thing here. Okay, why do you think Samantha fucked all those guys, okay? Why do you think she did that? You think it's because she liked women? No, it's because she likes the fucking cock. So if you're a smart, intelligent fucking lesbian, you should be aware of this. Okay? Why would you want to get in a relationship with a woman who smoked more meat than Hickory Farms? All right? Exactly. Okay? You don't have to be fucking smart to figure this shit out, Maria. So why are you getting mad at her about this? This is who she is. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to end this review right here. Like I said, there's a lot going on in this episode. And I will come back in part 2. And then in part 2, we're going to finish up this episode and see what happens with Maria and Samantha, and what happens with Carrie, and what happens with fucking Miranda. Maybe she'll take those fucking Oreos and start feeding the ghost those fucking Oreos, okay? Maybe that'll get rid of the ghost. Maybe that'll be her fucking exorcism, all right? And we'll also see how things work out with Charlotte and her mother-in-law, okay? So thank you very much for watching this one, and I will see you on the next one. Woo!